Greetings and welcome to Module 9 Reporting. Tonight is Thursday, May 25th, and I am broadcasting to you nearly live from my home office in Wilmette, Illinois. Tonight we're going to be covering two parts of the oral reporting section. The first part is going to be the background and theory on giving a presentation that matches the oral report. And for your convenience, I have created a nifty chart right behind my head here, which mirrors the textbook on page 477. So knowing that you're probably not going to be able to see the chart clearly because it's so far behind me, feel free to follow it in the textbook. We're picking up with point number 3 on page 478. The point number 3 is to select your medium. And the interesting thing about this is in real life you can use a variety of medium, mix and match, everything from the posters that you see behind me to PowerPoints, which are the standard, to a little bit more flash like Prezi, and then onto a pretty slick video presentation. Of course, not as slick as what I'm doing right here. So you have the choice to select the medium, and you can do mix and match or all the above. For this academic exercise, we're obviously doing PowerPoint. The second part is that you want your visual, this is point number 4, you want your visual to accompany the written report. So that means roughly your visual is going to roll out in a format that is consistent with your written report. And your written report usually falls into a general format, even if it is fairly creative, like I encourage you to be. There is some sort of consistency across all evaluation because you're covering often the same topics, but just in different sequences. So it's important that your visual report, meaning your PowerPoint, match up to whatever sections of your written report are, instead of just following the format I'm going to present to you at the end here. And the point number 5 is that you want to develop a presentation that is natural and comfortable to you. That means that whatever you do, however you choose to present it, whether it's video, whether it's PowerPoint, whatever it may be, you need to be natural and comfortable in front of your audience so that you make the connection with them and are educating them like you're teaching them, as opposed to giving a business presentation. That doesn't mean that there isn't business-like material in the evaluation, but the presentation style should be comfortable and natural to you. And usually that is presented as a form of educating your stakeholders, which everybody in this class should be somewhat adept at. Then as you're thinking about your natural style, point number 6 is to find some way to involve the audience, to engage the audience in a manner that they feel free to ask questions as you present, or that you may ask them a rhetorical question or a question for them to raise their hands and give an answer, maybe to give an opinion. Somehow you might engage them along the way as doing mini surveys, to have them watch a video and to raise their hand about something that they observed, the video of their of whatever it is you're evaluating. something along those lines. And then the last point, which I think is really important, is that you develop an agenda and you stick to it. And what this means is that you plan to go through points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 with subpoints that you'll develop based on whatever the information is, and keep the conversation focused on each one of those items. And so if someone wants to jump to the end item, to the end part of the agenda, try to wrangle them back into the original component that you're speaking about. And so that really is the overall theory behind how you should approach your presentation. In the next video, I am going to be I'll put up a new poster, and I'll be talking about the key components of the written report and that are standardized, and how your PowerPoint presentation might follow those standardized components. All right, thank you for tuning in, and I'll be back with you for part 2 in just a minute.